Hey guys, I have a battle against the Flaming Spade here, the one and only, and let's just go straight into the battle. Sorry I haven't uploaded the battle in a while. This one was about 2 months ago, I guess, and I'm just narrating it now. I'm probably going to upload it today as well. But anyway, I'm going to go for the close combat on the Sizzle. He probably thought I was a Zoroark and predicting the Flamethrower. I normally someone would have done this, but Lucario is not really considered a good lead, but it works when you're doing a double bluff situation. I'm going to go for the close combat again, not predicting any switches. He obviously wants to keep his Lantern alive, thinks it has better use later in the game, which it may do. The close combat does about a quarter, which means that if I go for another close combat extreme speed or something, it's going to take it down to a decent amount. But there's no point keeping my Lucario in there, even though its Focus Sash is still intact. Just going to Empoleon, knowing it can wall a Gyarados pretty easily. It can take the Earthquake, excluding the Earthquake, sorry. It can take a Waterfall, it can take a Stone Edge pretty well. The only thing it can't take is a Taunt. And I went for the Toxic just to get that residual damage, seeing it was a bulky Gyarados because it carried leftovers, and seeing for the Waterfall damage, I know it's not very offensive. And Dragon Dance is pretty obvious. I'm going to go into my Latios predicting that. I'm pretty sure I can survive a +1 Stone Edge, and if not, I can just hit him with a Specs, Draco Meteor, or Thunderbolt, or predict something and go for the Surf. What I actually do is just go for the straight Draco Meteor. He doesn't over-predict or anything, just uses his Lantern as Death Body. He probably thinks I am Choice Scarf, which is in fact wrong since I am Choice Specs, but he doesn't know that at the moment, and now he goes into a Steel Rock type, which means that he can easily take those Draco Meteors, especially at -2. He goes for Stealth Rock here. I didn't really predict that, but I knew Lucario was a pretty good switch, and it also keeps my Focus Sash intact. So I'm going to keep my Lucario in and go for the Toxic, which was a nice prediction if I do say so myself. It gives that Gyarados residual damage, meaning it can't set up too many Dragon Dances, and if anything does go wrong, I can just switch into Empoleon and wall him for days. If not, I could just go for the Roar if he doesn't taunt on that turn, and things to that effect. What he does in fact is just go straight for the Waterfall. He's not going to over-predict anything. He doesn't really know what type of Lucario I'm running. All he knows is that could be my Zoroark, so he doesn't really know what I'm doing at the moment. I have random guys. I haven't showed him my other guys, even though in team preview you can see them. I really do need to get my Stealth Rock up, because then I can get that residual damage on that Gyarados, and I also know he has a Thunderous running around loose, which may be a problem, so I don't have many things that are faster than it. In fact, he's going to go into Sizzle now, predicting the Ice Beam, but I predict that and go for the Scald, which is nice, and I get the Burn too, which is phenomenal. It means that I also get residual damage, and that he's losing a bit of his health every turn. I'm thinking he's going to keep his Sizzle in, but he switches out. I'm going to switch out into my Scyther, because it can take on Sizzle pretty well. Obviously, Bullet Punch isn't going to be doing too much, and Bug Bite or whatever U-Turn isn't going to be doing too much either. And I know my Scyther after Stealth Rock isn't going to have much use apart from blocking that Sizzle, so I'm just going to leave it in. I have plenty of guys to sort out a burnt Sizzle, unless he has a Heal Bella, which may become a bit of a problem. But as I said, Lucario is there, Empoleon's there, and it's not that big of a deal. Predicting a switch into either Gyarados or Thunderous, I'm going to actually go for the Rock Slide. But fortunately for me, he goes into Air Balloon Heatran, which means his Air Balloon pops. I know he's not Scarfed, so he can't go for the Earth Power before me, or he thinks, but I'm actually a slow Nidoking. He doesn't know that, but then I show him I've got the Bulldoze, which I probably should have just gone for the second Rock Slide. It would have been not the safest play, but the better play. He's going to go for the Hidden Power Ice. I'm not sure if this guy is Specs or not yet. He did go for Volt Switch. I can't see any Life Orb Recall. I haven't damaged him to see any Leftovers recovery. But unfortunately he isn't, and it goes to the straight Thunderbolt, which I am in fact able to survive and get up Stealth Rock. I should have probably gone for Ice Beam. It probably would have done about a third, if not a half. I haven't got any special attack investment, but Empoleon does have a pretty good spec attack base stat. I'm going to go to my Latios here, still bluffing the Scarf. In fact, he's going to stay in, get the Prankster Thunder Wave on, thinking I am Scarfed, but I am Specs, as you probably know, and unfortunately I get the Paralysis, which allows his Thunderous to survive for another day. I'm just going to go for that Draco Meteor. There's nothing much else I can do. I need to take out that Thunderous, and seeing that damage, he probably knows I'm Specs now, but it's irrelevant since I am paralyzed. All he knows now is that I can't switch moves. I'm going to go back into my Nidoking here, because I think he's going to predict my Lucario to come in as I did last time. He's going to go for the Hidden Power Fire, I'm presuming, on a Lucario, because it's not ground, otherwise it would be super effective against Nidoking. Just going to go for the safe Bulldoze. I'm predicting him to stay in. There's not much reason why he wouldn't, but he switches it to Gyarados, unfortunately. But I know his Gyarados really can't do much to my team. I know that his Sizzle can't do much, his Probopass can't do much. I've already taken out Lantern, and that just remains Heatran, which my Lucario can basically sweep through. So the only problem in this team that is left is Thunderous. Once I take out Thunderous, it's an easy sweep for Latios or Sizzle or even Zoroark, in fact. In an attempt to bait out the Thunderous, I'm going to Lucario, just finish off the Gyarados with a Extreme Speed. Hopefully it will kill. As I said, the close combat before did a decent amount of damage, and Extreme Speed is only a bit less powerful, so I thought it would kill. I'm just going to go for the close combat. I know I'm faster than a non-scarfed Heatran, so it's basically the end game here. The only thing he can do is take out my Lucario with that Thunderous. Possibly with a Thunderbolt. I'm not sure if it would even kill, to be honest. But that's exactly what he's going to go into. Will I survive or will I not? It's not really relevant. I'm going to go for the Extreme Speed just because I think I won't survive. And it does a decent amount after Stealth Rock. He's behind half, and I still have my Scarf Zoroark left over, which can easily take out the Thunderous. I go into it now, since this is not my non-paralyzed Latios, my Zoroark remaining. Just going to go for the Flamethrower since I am locked into it, and there's no point going for Night Days, because then his Probopass would come in and take it. So it was a very good battle. He runs there at the end, kind of irrelevant. Hope you enjoyed the battle. Sorry I'm not uploading regularly, I just don't have the time. But yeah, it's a new microphone too, so I'm not sure how the quality will come out. But hope to see you in the near